We're about to lose one. Get the intruder.
Copy. We're almost there.
Security breach.
Attacking the area.
Security breach.
Shit, I've got movement. Where? Everywhere. Contact!
Hey, what's happening, everybody? Welcome back. Hertz here with some more SvM Blacklist gameplay. Some more Spies versus Mercs action for the channel. This time we're heading to the Uranium mine, and you can see, well, it's that same kit that I initially showcased last episode. You know, my modified disruptor suit, in an attempt to just keep things fresh, keep things mixed up, try out all the different weapons that are available, and just kind of see what works, you know, from both a practical standpoint and an entertainment one. You know, and right here, doing some serious work early on. They really did flood this A side quickly, you know. Not always the smartest move on this map, since the merc spawn does allow us quick access to this building. You know, often the Spies are more, you know, tempted to go for C since it's across the map. But they really did come in here strong. I did put down a couple before getting gunned down myself by, I think the guy's name is NHK. And some digits, but that guy, I'll tell you, it won't be the last time he guns me down. That man is confident and comfortable wielding his weapon as a spy. Now, right there, you saw CN Lied grab some of the high ground over there. He did get away from me. I came up here, you know, too many targets all at once. I had to prioritize what was both approaching me and my teammate, trying to save his life in the process, and I have ignored CN Lai. I know he's still out there, and I saw my teammate above me shooting at him a little bit, and I don't know why I thought that was going to pan out well. I don't know why I thought I wasn't going to get dropped on and sent to the next live, but I did. I don't know why I thought that my disruptor suit was going to keep me from getting shanked or have my neck snapped, but it did, or it didn't, and goddamn, that was just an awful play by me. I knew he was over there. I knew he had grabbed that ledge too when I saw him run in there initially, and I think I was just kind of hoping that maybe he had scattered when my teammates started putting some fire his way, but of course he hadn't. He was waiting for me. Anyway, I do love this location. This isn't I came here kind of deliberately, you know. You noticed that as soon as I came back to life, I made a move for this location. I knew of this location. I have another match captured that on the Uranium mine, a little bit shorter than this one is, but it's a good one nonetheless. I may bring it out, and that was where I kind of discovered that location for the intel device, and it works beautifully. I mean, you can see it. If guys don't have that proper helmet, I never know which one it's called, whether it's the infiltrator helmet or the ghost helmet or the ghost headset, whichever one blocks you. If they don't have the one that blocks you from the blocks their presence from the intel device, then that's a really effective location for guarding that central location, that central terminal, and you're kind of free to kind of work the perimeter of that B terminal and guard a second one as well, you know. So here they are. They have the hack going. You know, it's getting a little deep, but it's been shut down. Gun Nut, you can see Nuts in here again. First time I'm mentioning him, but he's in here, and we're on the same team. That's nice to see. You know, it's been a strange trend that we would get in here, we would party up. You know, the past couple sessions we played, and we were it would constantly split us up. We were split up almost every game. So it's good to see the two of us rocking out on the same team here, and we'll see if we can get the job done. So another shutdown, a successful shutdown on the spy presence, on the spy hack, and who I catch here? CN Lai coming in, getting my little revenge there, so that was nice. And I'm still looking for some revenge on that NHK fella, but well, you'll see the battle play out between me and him. He really is. I mean, I don't know what gun he's using on that spy side. I would imagine maybe it's the the UMP. I'm not sure. That's a pretty standard, kind of well-rounded weapon for the Spies, but he is really confident wielding whatever he's wielding over there, and he's pretty comfortable just trying to outright gun Mercs down. He'll just stand there and put you down. You know, it works it well. Now this here is a great location. I highly recommend this. At least having this, if you're going to work this sector the way I'm working it, with the intel device at the main door, kind of guarding any, alerting you to any spy presence coming through that front door on the B terminal. You have a great line of sight there on the kind of the pathway, the walkway leading to sea, you know. So that's a great little post-up location. And of course, they do get this hack going, so I'm forced to come down here and hunt down the culprit. And I thought for sure that was him, and it is NHK. I'm getting some revenge, 9915, getting some revenge on him, but still unable to find this hacker. You know, we've got plenty of time here. I'm not I'm not too worried at this point. He's got to be around here somewhere. Where are you, sir? And you know what? I'm actually thinking I just walked by him. I still not sure. I'm still not sure, but I think maybe I just walked by him over there. I could have sworn I saw a little bit of movement in those shadows, and if that's the case, that was beautifully played. You know, he didn't panic. He probably just cloaked, but again, I don't know. Anyway, I'm coming up here to get a good look at this balcony, this catwalk, sorry, and I'm forced to deal with, well, a spy presence pushing down, a defender coming down here, CN Lai coming back to life. I certainly did assist on that kill. Now here I go. I get a good vantage point on the walkway, and I hear my friendly footsteps coming in behind me, and I'm torn. You saw me do the quick turn. I was looking for the melee bash. I thought for sure it was they were the spy. It was a spy creeping up on me. You know, it's just a bad choice. Made the wrong choice, and it cost me my life. As NHK gunning me down one more time. Not sure if he was the hacker. Actually, I know he's not the hacker. He was just posted up there. Because he did get put down shortly afterwards, I think by Thanatos. But you know what? Maybe the hacker was up on that walkway with him, alongside him. Maybe he was cloaked. Maybe he was just lurking in the shadows there. I'm not really sure. But they bring in the successful hack, you know. So good on them. They still have time to do a little bit more damage, you know. You never like to see that. I can deal with one hack, and actually I prefer letting the enemy, or not letting them, but I like it when they get one hack, when they open the round as the spies. That way we have to do a little bit of work. You know, we get a little bit of well, a little bit of work as the spies ourselves. You know, we get to do a little bit, which is by far, anybody who's played this game knows that rocking out as a spy is the more enjoyable of the two. I mean, you can dominate as the merc, but really going to town with as the spy and cracking necks and slitting throats, that's what it's all about, and lurking in the shadows. Now there it is, the intel device. You see it just beautifully lighting up a trio of enemies in here, of bandits, of culprits. And again, it's still pulsing. It's a great location. I highly recommend, you know, get up here, drop it up here a little bit out of the way on that second floor. And if guys aren't carrying EMPs, or, you know, and don't have the intel device masking headset on, then you're probably gonna spot a lot of activity in this sector, you know. And then as they scatter out of the range of the intel device, then you just kind of crack them down. You know where they're heading. Now right here, this is NHK one more time. Look at this. Look at this. Real ballsy, real brazen, this guy. He is, like I said, he's confident wielding that weapon as the spy. It does a little bit of damage, but and it was just by luck that I was able to see a little bit of tracer fire coming in, you know, and managed to pinpoint his location because he was well concealed over there in the darkness, in the shadows, you know. So anyway, a successful, you know, where we failed on the C terminal, we're able to keep things locked down here on B. And again, this is a smart location. You see it one more time because since they have managed to capture the C objective, or hack that terminal, they actually have a spawn location. Some of you, I'm sure, are aware of this. Up on that upper level, you know, through that window over there to about my 11 o'clock right now. So they do spawn in that upper building on C, and this is a good little post-up location to kind of catch them as they go cutting across. And if anybody's a little bit too lazy, a little bit too hesitant about making that run across your line of sight, you're gonna put them down, you know. Now this is horrible. This is really horrible. I completely had the advantage here. I knew that, you know, where I was standing initially with the disruptor suit on, it probably wasn't killing his vision mode, you know, so he was still tracking me as I was on approach. He also knew that, I think it was CN Lai there, he also knew that he was marked, he was on the intel device, so he knew I was going to be coming around that corner. I should have played it a little bit differently. I should have moved up on him with the disruptor suit on, activated and kicking, blinded him, and then I should have just posted up there for a couple of seconds just to make him guess when I was actually coming around that corner. And then when I did come around it, it should have been with pistola in hand, looking for just a pistol whip, you know, takedown, or a bullet to the head, right? So, you know, well, again, you live and you learn. You live and you learn. Now right here, I see a little bit of activity on the terminal. It was just too much all layered in there, you know, on the I saw the spy behind the wall. I thought he was on this side of the wall. I start putting some friendly fire right into my teammate there. You can hear gun nut going to town out there in the kind of the heart of the map, you know. Out there in no man's land, you know, you don't want to be wandering around there too long as the merc because you'll get swarmed. If you get swarmed by too many spies out there, you're going to be in trouble. Even if you can put one down, if they're out there as a pair, you're going to suffer some damage. You know, the second guy's going to rush in there and shank you before you can put down the first. You know. So here we go. They've managed to pick this hack up, this late hack on A. You know, 25% done with only 20 seconds. This is going to be their last attempt. Let's see if they can pull it in or if we can kind of hold strong here. Now that location, behind the crates, you know, I get the grenade in there. Well, not a full-fledged grenade, just a VX gas grenade, but it'll certainly do the job. I'll certainly be alerted to any presence over there, even if he does scramble and get out of the poison, the toxic gas, you know. I'm still going to hear him coughing, so just checking that corner, and I'm over here now working these shadows, and you know what, with that guy charging in, I should have known that there was a presence over here, that the hacker is over here, hiding in the shadows somewhere, possibly cloaked, perhaps just kind of working some kind of ledge somewhere, maintaining cover, you know, cutting off my line of sight as I moved around the different obstacles in the room, you know. But you know what, there was a heavy spy presence on that side of the room. I'm really thinking that's where the hacker is, and that's where I head immediately coming back to life, you know, sitting in there on the spawn screen. That's what that's what that's the conclusion I came to while I was sitting in there stewing in my disgust about how that went down. I get the I get the intel device down, and there we are. We see somebody. Not sure if he's the hacker or not. 98% left, and we put him down, and we'll never know. Was he the hacker or was he not? I'm not sure. I think he fell just after the hack was completed. So there we go. We have our work cut out for us. Moving into the spy round. 2 hacks. You know, 2 hacks can be a feat to overcome. But, well, with the Nut and I on the same team, we certainly do stand a chance. Some decent numbers there, 15 and 5. Not a superior merc round for me, but certainly a decent one, you know. Now, with the spy gear here, let's take a look. What is it? Well, it's Old Faithful for the most part. I have, if you noticed last video, I did swap out the PP2000, or I have at some point, I had at some point, and now I'm carrying this MP5. But as far as the suit goes, it's still the same. Ghillie suit, the sonar goggles, RFD disruption, takedown gloves, ID blocker pants, and my silent boots. And I do love posting up here, you know, a lot of mercs, or more seasoned players, and I'm not saying that Parallel Fruit isn't a seasoned player, but a lot of guys will put up some blind fire on those railings as they cut across that courtyard, because that can be a real death trap if you're not careful. You know, you get a couple spies hanging around there, and that hack gets initiated on C, and there's a great kind of line of defense that the mercs have to try and get through. Now, right here, the scaffolding positions are highly recommended. You know, if you can get up here, if there isn't a merc presence in the room when you get that hack initiated, and you can get up here without being noticed, you're probably good to pull in at least 50% of the hack from here before anybody really clues into it. You know, you have to, where the mercs are right now, that's what you have to watch out for. When they're at that angle on you, that's where they're going to get the spot on you, you know. But with my cloak device, with my ghillie suit activated or at my disposal, you know, I can maintain that stealth a little bit longer. What you have to watch out for are the mercs that are, obviously you need to track the guys, you know. I'll get my sonar kicked in here shortly. Here we go. Yeah, so you want to be tracking the merc presence as they patrol around the room. But what you really have to watch out for on this position and on the other scaffolding are simply mercs that are checking likely locations. You know, just putting up some blind fire, tossing a grenade up there. I've done it in the past. I've seen plenty of other mercs do it. And if a grenade comes up here while I'm posted up on this scaffolding, on this little piece of cover, there's not much I'm going to do at that point. You know, so it's a little bit of risk coming up here. You know, it's pretty easy to just bank a grenade right into this position, and when that happens, you're probably going to die 8 or 9 times out of 10. You know, every now and then you may anticipate that grenade coming and be able to drop down to the ground before it actually detonates. So here we go, kicking in that ghillie suit one more time. We're 10% left on this hack, and this is a really solid start to the game if I can bring it in, you know. Look at that. Beautiful. Beautiful, we've done it, no problem. And still, I mean, that's 2.5 minutes into this round. Still have 7.5 minutes left, roughly that. And I'm really giving my chance, or my team, the opportunity to pull this in and to make this happen. You know, we need one more full terminal to tie this sucker up for the draw. and let's see if we can do it. And you can see there's Gun Nut posted up. I thought perhaps he was simply waiting for me, you know. I thought that was decent of him, but no, he was typing in. Nice hack, and it certainly was. It certainly was, and a nice job by the team to keep the Merc threat, at least keep it in check, you know, as they patrolled around that room. So coming over here to A, now, you know what, to be perfectly honest, if I have to, I don't like this room. You know, I haven't found really a good, comfortable groove in here as the spy. I mean, I pull in hacks here every now and then, and you know what, for this room in particular, you need your team to go aggro to really pinch off those doorways. You know, there's 2 doorways right there, and there are some great locations that spies can post up and really do some damage. At least keep the mercs tied up at the doors for an extended period of time. They may die in the process, but you know what? Spies can do a lot of damage. That's what this room is really suited for. I don't like moving around in this room, and personally, that's the kind of the gameplay I've developed as the spy. You know, when I'm running the hack, I like to stay mobile. I'm tracking mercs, and I like to move around various rooms. You've seen it quite often. Probably one of my best rooms where I can pull that off is on the silo in the C sector. You know, I love working a mobile hack there, you know. But this room, I find it difficult. You know, there's a lot of light out there. It's well lit. There is a lot of cover, but I always feel a little too exposed when I'm running around it trying to cut off my line of sight. You know, there's a lot of different angles that you have to be watching out for, and when mercs are working all 4 corners of the room, you know, or when they have a strong presence on both the lower level and the upper level, gazing off into that light, it can be tough to move through that room confidently, and I mean, I just don't like it. This is a kind of another go-to location. You saw me VX gas it in the first round as the mercs. You know, this was one of those locations that worked well back in the day, but a lot of mercs and spies, for that matter, are simply, players in general, are simply aware of it now. You know, so I'm forced to kind of fight my way out of there, and at 95%, that was a complete fail. That was a complete fail. I didn't mean to come over the pipes there, you know. I wanted to just kind of post up on the ledge and then shimmy across, try and get to safety, queue up my cloak device if I could, my ghillie suit, and just get out of there, you know. But unfortunately, that sprint button, that auto climb sprint button, bit me in the ass, you know. And what would have been kind of a tying terminal, you know, that tying hack to tie things up, square things up, and give us a real good chance at winning this. Now we're set all the way back. You know, we have to bring in a full hack again from scratch. That's unfortunate, but let's see if we can do it. You know, we still have the time. We were allowed one fail because that first hack that I pulled in on the C terminal came in so quickly. And look at this, completely oblivious, grabbing a double, slicing and dicing, getting great revenge too, because it was both NHK and CNLI, the guys that have been causing me the most trouble in this round so far, or in this match in particular. Now this is a beautiful post-up location. I highly recommend this. Often when mercs are spawning, when there's a hack going on B, they're spawning right there where you see them coming from right now. And often guys will kind of dangle on the railing, but get up on that shelf, you know, get up a little bit higher. That way, any mercs that are looking for the dangling spy he's not gonna see your legs until it's too late, and there you go, you'll just be dropping on your head. And you can see I post up here one more time. I don't care if you get your disruptor suit running or not, you're still gonna suffer the wrath of old hurts. You're just lucky that you were double stacked, but at least I'm doing my job, you know, slowing down the mercs. That's what I mean about playing that aggro defense. As long as you're tying up the mercs and thinning the herd as they enter the room, it gives whoever the hacker is, in this case it's Thanatos, it gives him the opportunity, you know, it makes his job that much easier, you know. So coming back to life, I'm going to post up, I'm going to go straight back into develop kind of an aggro posture, really aggressive posture, and I just come charging in there. I saw the merc, he'd been put down to a knee, and do a little slice and dice, and he may have taken out my teammate, but I will avenge you, sir. I will avenge you. I get to NHK. Now right here, this is beautiful. He caught him napping. He didn't have a clue what was going on, and you can see there is one merc kind of creeping. I knew where Thanatos was located, and that was a bit of a botch. I wanted to take the catwalk without dropping down to the bottom level, and it slows me down a little bit. Had I gotten here a little bit sooner, I may have been able to pull off this death from above, but Thanatos doing the job for himself, you know, making sure, coming through in the clinch, coming through at the end, and really making sure that we could pull in that hack. So it's all square now. Beautiful. We brought in both the C and the B terminals, and here we go, heading in for A, and I've had no success here this game, none whatsoever, and we're not starting off well this time either. Taking some shots in the ass as I try and enter the area, enter the sector. And I keep him guessing. He knew where I was, but when he finally did clue into actually, my exact location, it was a little bit too late. I was already bearing down on him, and I put him down, So here I go, charging out. I figure these guys are distracted by something. I might as well take advantage of it. Do a little slicing and dicing. And then there we go. I catch them both, so slowing down their charge one more time. The next wave coming in, and I come charging out a little prematurely, with that disruptor suit kicking on. I thought for sure, it was just enough of a blinding effect that I had to, he was able to take pause and really prompt my charge. I thought for sure he was coming charging in, and I have said, I think I did touch upon this in a previous video, kind of when you're at a corner, a merc and a spy are squaring off the corner, often it's whoever's the aggressor, whoever comes around the corner first will be the guy to get the takedown. So, great play there by CN Lai, kicking on the disruptor suit, making me think twice, forcing my hand, forcing me to come around the corner a little bit prematurely, and, I slid right into his arms, and then I slid right into my grave. That's what I did. And you can see, my God, the mercs are really getting slaughtered over here, and this hack is running. And and I get one guy, just kind of catch him napping. I'm looking to cause some real chaos as I come charging in here. We've won the match at this point, which is beautiful, So all this, just the icing on the cake. 10% left in this hack. We're doing a fantastic job. And again, CN Lai, playing it a little differently that time. That time getting the grenade in there, and my God, putting me down, but it doesn't matter at this point. We were successful in our endeavor, and a really solid round. I love those big long rounds where you're really working for it, and 300% to 200% is certainly one of those rounds. Anyway, let's take a look at some names and numbers here. Really enjoyed that. I hope you guys enjoyed it as well. I had a good time in there, despite a few real big fails, but that's always good. It helps develop some rivalries as the round progresses and as the session progresses. So anyway, here we go. Myself, one hack. Real well-rounded effort by the team as far as the hacking went anyway. But myself, one hack, one defend, 28-9. Thanatos right below me, big performer as well. One hack for him, 23-6. Gunnut having a great performance. They're not bringing in a hack, but playing his role, playing a defensive role there. 2 defense for him, 19-14. And even T-Fraz down there, one hack for him, 7-9. Down on the bottom team, Parallel Fruit, not great. He did pull in the 2 hacks, though. That's certainly worth mentioning. And CN Lai there really, between him and NHK, I think probably CN Lai really did form into kind of my nemesis by the end of the game across both rounds. 2 defense for him, 18-19. But NHK, real confident with his weapon and put me down, at least not a great KDR, but he did put me down a few times with it. Well, good on him, Anyway, guys, thanks for stopping by, tuning in, checking out the video. Like I said, I hope you liked it. It was a pretty solid round. Maybe you'll thumb it up, show a little support. Leave me a comment, let me know what you thought. And until next time, there will be more coming. But until then, remember why it hurts. Later.